On this edition of the Home Tip Show, we're going to be reviewing and setting up the Inlight one light cylinder pendant light. This light has a 36-inch down rod that's included. It's 6 1/3 inches wide and has a height of about 8 inches. It's available for order on Amazon.com. The model number is IN-0337-1BK. Now, normally pendant lights are not installed singularly, right? And so we're going to install it today up here by itself. But what you're normally going to see with pendant lights is kind of what we have here in the kitchen, where they're either installed in pairs or in threes or in fours, usually over an island or a kitchen peninsula. But we're doing this just for demo purposes, so we're gonna start by installing this pendant light by itself, and we're gonna go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, as you can see, that is a standard ceiling light box. When we originally moved in the house, this was a formal dining room, and they didn't have a dining room table in here, and so we just called it our library or music room. Eventually, we're going to do some bookshelves in here and actually make this a library music room combo. But it had this giant wrought iron, I don't know, chandelier that hung from this thing. And every time I walked under it, I banged my head on it. Till finally one day I had enough, and I climbed up there, and it no longer exists. We'll just put it that way. But I do use this now as a demonstration location for different lighting products. And so that's what we're going to start with today by opening up the pendant light. And okay, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and open it up. I've never been in this box, so don't know what's in here. Don't know how to install this. I'm assuming it's pretty much self-explanatory, but we'll go ahead and give it a try. I do apologize, I'm kind of wet. I was out in the yard for about 15 minutes in the pouring rain earlier, working on a little project I had going on, and so my shirt's finally drying out. I do want to thank Still Spring Brewery. I think they're out of the Raleigh-Durham area. I think actually specifically the Durham area, but I need to check into that. For providing me this t-shirt. Very comfortable. Love the design with the name Still Spring Brewery. I'm guessing it's a place you could go and listen to some guitar music and enjoy a ice cold beer. So, all right, here's our instructions. So looks like we've got a crossbar, which is already installed, mounting screws, which are already installed. We got the wires that are going to have to come up, the canopy, the what do they call them, bail nuts. The set nipple, the upper rod, threaded pipe, middle rod, threaded pipe, another middle rod, threaded pipe, lower rod, threaded pipe, then the socket, the cage, and then the shade, followed by the socket ring, and then finally the bulb, which is a Type A max 60 watt. It says it's not included, but I did stop and pick up a few so that we have them for the demonstration. And we actually have instructions today. So one of the things I do want to notice or point out is that, let me turn the camera here, is we are using a wood ladder. And this is very important when you are working on electronics or anything electrical. A wood ladder will not conduct electricity. An aluminum ladder, however, I know they're nice and light, I know they're easy to carry, but they also make wonderful conductors of electricity. So if you touch the wrong wire, you can either get, a jolt, or you can get electrocuted standing on that ladder, or you can, fall off the ladder and strike your head, and that's the end of you. The other thing that I like to do when I'm working is wear rubber bottomed shoes, right? So they're non-stick, or they're sticky, first of all, so you're less likely to fall off a ladder stair, and they also don't conduct electricity nearly as easy unless they're wet and you're working outside. So just two safety features that I think are really important to point out. Never use an aluminum ladder. I believe fiberglass is okay, but I don't have a fiberglass step ladder, so I always use this old wooden ladder that I don't know, I found in the garbage somewhere. Somebody had thrown away. It's not exactly the most stable thing in the world, but it's good enough for what I need. So let's go ahead and get everything re-aimed. Here's all of our pieces. And with it, which seems like a pretty easy install to me. I think my most concerning part is this top piece here. I'm gonna be able to use what's there. So let's take this apart and see, what pieces of this I can reuse. Based on what's already installed up there from a previous installation I've done. We got 3 wire nuts, we've got 2 long screws, which I see already up there. Yeah, this is different. This is much different here. So we're gonna have to take down the piece that's there and then reinstall this as the new, what do they call this? The I really don't have any house grounding. No, not house grounding wire nut mounting screws. Anyway, so if you look at what's up there, let's go ahead and shine the point this back up there. You look at what's there, you just have a single piece with a center wire because that was just a light that was mounted before. Well, with this, we have these pieces here that are mounted kind of onto that single piece that's up there. So we're gonna have to actually take that down and use this instead of that. So we're gonna be getting up on the ladder now and okay, so that's what you're going for right there. You want to turn that into like a cross setting. Be careful because those screws that they give you strip out very easily. It's that part was kind of a nightmare to figure out. I hope I have it right. I mean, I still don't know if I do. I won't know until I go to put the light up there. But let me tell you, that was not easy. But that's what I think you're going for as you do the installation of the main mounting bar. Again, that goes into like a T configuration. The two mounting screws go into the part that allows them to slide to hit the proper holes, and then the little black balls there, those are going to be what hold the fixture onto the mount. So, man, that was not easy. So let's move on. Let's move on now to the installation of the next section here. Back up a little bit. It says that we need to unwrap this. This is the mounting socket. Really wish I had my knife. This would make this a lot easier. Okay. So my guess is these wires are gonna slide all the way up. The lower and the middle, what do they call them? The middle rod. So the lower rod, it says slide the wires through the fixture, and then it doesn't really tell you which one's the lower rod. Yes, that's great. So I'm gonna guess this is the picture. No, I don't think this is the lower rod. I think the lower rod is the one without any, let me see, without any threaded. So slide the wires up through that. Once they get to the top, we can pull them out then. Slide that on down. And then hopefully that'll just screw on there, which it seems to be doing. So good, we got the lower rod right. It's the one without any fixtures. Now the middle rod has a threaded pipe and threaded pipe. So we're gonna continue kind of on. So this is the threaded, I think this is the middle rod. It's got two threaded pipes together. So we'll just do the same thing again. Go push both of the wires through there. Kind of a tight squeeze. Hit that middle section. Give me a little trouble there, so flatten those wires back out and continue on. There. Keep pushing it up through. Now we see the wires come out the top. Now we just grab them. And I'll just screw everything together here. This is the one thing I will say that's really nice about the Inlight products is everything's a machined aluminum. I mean, this just isn't like dovetailed and a screw goes through it. This you can't even see the seams anywhere in their products. While that up there was a complete pain in the butt, and I am gonna dock it a little bit for installation on that. That was really quite a pain. I mean, I guess I could have read the instructions a little bit better, but even after rereading them 2 or 3 times, it didn't make sense. So I think they could use a little bit better explanation as to what's happening, as to what you need to do, or have the product not configured like it was, have it in the T configuration as you get it, so you understand that, you know, you don't have to take it apart doing that. Okay, so we've got all of this done now. Next on the instructions is the set nipple. Well, that's an interesting word. Thread the fixture to the upper rod and then secure the upper rod into the middle rod using the threaded pipe. Length adjustable 11 to 46 inches. Use fewer rods if shorter length is desired. So, I actually want to demonstrate, I think, what level this would hang at if it was in a kitchen. So I'm going to leave it long for in here. Just for demonstration purposes only. So I'm going to leave it the full 46 inches. Thread the fixture wires through the canopy and then secure the rod assembly to the set nipple of the canopy. Okay, no idea what any of that means, but this looks like some sort of set nipple. And this looks like something I would turn, yeah, face that way. Turn that up. Okay, so now we're going to, I guess is going to go something like that. Guessing these wires are going to go through here. I'm not sure how they're going to go through there because that's awfully tight. What I'm going to do, cut them. Just redo them. So I don't have to, yeah, there we go. That works. So if you do have issues getting them up through there, just cut them and restrip them once you get ready to install them. And then this here is going to screw into here somehow. Yeah, there it goes. So they give you a little flexibility to be able to kind of do with that what you want to. But all right, so there we have our white, which is our neutral. We have our hot, which is our black, and we've got our ground, which is our copper wire. And so at this point, we'll go ahead and repoint the camera back up to the ceiling. Zoom in a little bit. And we will get our wire strippers out. Restrip those wires that we cut off. Probably, we'll make them about the same length. Yeah, they are. Actually, they're quite long. I think I'm actually kind of cut them off about 6 inches. And then they look like they're probably 14 gauge, so. And 2 done. Twist those tight. Now up there, we've already got wires. And we also have wire nuts somewhere that I seem to have misplaced. There we go. Right here. Oh, there. Okay. So now this part here can be kind of a pain because you never really know how long to make these wires here. So we're going to take these off. Actually, go up one more stair, a little low. Please don't fall. What I'm doing here is taking the little black decorative nuts off of these. So I don't yet know how far in I need to like screw these so that they're at the right length. For this to be tight. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter because this is a temporary installation, so I'm not that concerned. But we'll go ahead and we'll put our black wire. I know I'm doing this backwards. You're supposed to do black last, but so I'm just doing it. Just going for it. Black's done. We'll do neutral. I always make my stranded wire that's going to be wrapping around my solid wire longer because it's going to be the one that's doing the wrapping, and I want it to have plenty of room to wrap around to make good connection. Just speed that on there. Alright, now what's gonna really give this support and hold this is wrapping this around this green wire. Alright, that's gonna hold that up there while I take this other green or this other ground wire, and I'm probably gonna have to get a pair of flat, some Phillips? Yeah, it's Phillips. So I'll just grab my wall. I'm probably gonna have to back it out just a little bit first, and then we'll run it in tight. Back that out first to give room for me to wrap this other around it as well. But I know some electricians don't like me to see me do that. They say I should use a jumper or something. I don't know. Just do it my way. Alright. So we got both wires wrapped around. Go ahead and run that in. Okay, nice and tight. Okay. Tuck our wires up into the gap. Our black up into the gap. Or up into the box, I should say. So everything's out of the way when we this is the part I'm a little shady on right here. I'm not quite sure how long these need to be. One's in. Be a little bit tricky because you kind of gotta, I'm gonna use my word finagle again. I'm not screwing anything, I'm just trying to get this lined up. And it's not lining up. Awesome. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the black on the side that actually went through properly. And as you can see, this unit is not quite big in there. That side went good. Not quite big enough to cover up the drywall damage that's been done with the older giant light that was there. So maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. Come on, you. We're going to get a flat screwdriver. Back up there. And we're going to try to just line that up so that it goes through. There we go. screw farther back round nut out. That on. Very tight. Now what I can do here, that's really not that bad of drywall damage. So I could probably, you know, if I was going to leave this up, could probably take some of that paint. Just go around there and touch that. Not even have to sand it, but be fine. But okay, so there's our pendant light. Let's get it fine-tunedly adjusted. Alright. Fine-tunedly. That's an Illinois word, tunedly. That I just made up. And now for the fun part. We are going to bring the camera down a bit. And then we'll go. And slide the white shade out. There's always a spot that gives it to start. There it is. Side for now, and then I'm guessing screws in like that. Yeah, I'm guessing here. The instructions maybe it should. Yep. That. We take this little guy off here. More finagling here. Let me go up. Over that big plastic nut, a big plastic screw, and then we put this nut on. Be careful not to cross thread it. Why? Things. I want you to go on there. There it goes. And there we have our pendant light. Just a little tweak here and there. Tightening up. But there's our pendant light. Back up a little bit more from it. Now, of course, this is way lower than I would have this light normally. But if it was in a kitchen, like these guys over here, like over the island, that's the perfect height for them, right? So this is just a kind of a sample of what it's going to look like. So let's find our light. Oh, let's put a light bulb in it, and we'll find the light switch and turn it on. There we go. There is your Inlight cylinder pendant, 36-inch down rod included, 6 1/3 inch wide by 8-inch high, model number IN-0337-1-BK, available on Amazon.com. And this is shortenable to whatever length that you would want, from like almost 40 some inches. You know, you can take out any of those 6-inch or 10-inch sections and make that, you know, whatever length that you need for your particular application. Over a peninsula or over an island, you know, you might want it a little bit longer. Someplace else in the house or in a business, you know, you might want it a little bit shorter. But there it is. I think it looks fantastic. That initial installation was kind of a bear. So I am going to mention that in my final results, that you know, they could make some improvements in their instructions on how to do the initial installation, especially for somebody maybe who hasn't done a pendant light installation before. It could really, you know, you could spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours trying to figure that out. But we got through it. Only took us about 30 minutes, and but I think overall the light looks excellent. I love how it matches the other Inlight products that we have in the house, especially the lamps that we have upstairs in that bedroom. Just goes right along with them. They have this whole line of these white shades with this metal contemporary design look on the outside that just looks fantastic. So that's it for now. If you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe to my channel. You can also donate to us on patreon.com/The Home Tip Show. I was compensated for this setup and review today, and additionally the lighting was provided for free. Thank you for your time, and play safe. Bye-bye.
So final results. From an ease of installation, I give it a 3. Instructions need to be improved, so I give it a 2. Build time is a 3 because of the instructions. Build quality is a 5. It's a Inlight product, so the appearance and the overall value, it's just outstanding. So I give it a 4.5 there.